Neymar's son is now selling 3D prints, and now everybody in Brazil that sells 3D prints is looking at this and wondering how the hell did that happen? To give you a little bit of context, 2 years ago, Davi Lucca, which is Neymar's kid, asked for a 3D printer as a Christmas gift. And given the fact that he's selling prints now, I believe that he got the gift. Now you fast forward to 2026, his dad is on the World Cup, he's one of the biggest football or soccer, if you're in America, stars of the world, and he introduces to the world AmigoDino, which is, as the translation says, Dino friend. And it's a very, very simple flexi, like one of the old school flexis we used to print and find on Thingiverse, but with some small details that make this a little bit more interesting than your average old school flexi. He was smart to make one simple color change right in the middle, green and yellow, making it a little bit more interesting and with the Brazilian colors. To be honest, I don't think this is a bad choice of a product because this is a very reliable flexi. You can print thousands of those with minimum failure. It's interesting enough, it shakes. For everybody that doesn't understand 3D printing, looks at this and likes it. And the way he's advertising it is also very curious because he's advertising it as a fashion accessory. And the way he's doing it is giving to a bunch of his dad's friends to wear it at the World Cup matches. So there are cameras on it, people are talking about it. His stepmother, who's a world famous top model, is wearing it on all football matches as an accessory for her purse, which is obviously a very expensive purse. So he's positioning the product right next to very high-end luxurious items, which instantly raises the perceived value of this. So yes, I think he's selling thousands of those and with a very, very high margin. He's probably being very profitable with this. But the main take here is that I don't think this is a business opportunity that we as makers that sell 3D prints should look at. And the reason for that is because this is a differentiator that is very rare and very, very hard to reproduce. You're not going to be able, even if you sell flexis kind of like this one, to have the same effect because you won't be able to position this product at the same places with the same people and with the same level of attention, obviously. And with all of these things combined, you're obviously not going to be able to charge the same amount of money. But still, I think there is one lesson that we can take off of this entire story, which is product and brand differentiator. A product or brand differentiator is a set of characteristics that only you can apply to your brand, to your products, to your unique offer that only you are the person who's able to make. A set of differentiators can be a knowledge that you have within a certain niche that nobody else does, so you can apply that directly into your product or the way you sell it. It could be a model that only you have the design for it, or it could be the way that you present and display this product that nobody else does. Now, before I continue, I have a special invitation for you. We are gonna host a live stream that is gonna be our 4th anniversary, where we are going to be talking more about entrepreneurship, about 3D printing, and I want you to be a part of it. So click in the link below and register for the live stream. It's gonna be awesome. But the real insight for you as an entrepreneur that you should think about it is, what are the skill sets? What are the knowledges? What are the things that you know better than anybody else that you can apply into your product and into your offer to better differentiate from the rest? And the way I say this is because one big complaint that we have in the 3D printing industry is the famous race to the bottom. People believe that everybody are selling the exact same stuff the exact same way, thus the cheaper offer will always win. And this right here is an example that that's not entirely true. Yes, as I said before, this is a rare differentiator, hard to reproduce, but still is something different that he found, that he's able to charge more and that he's able to sell more. So I guess my main takeaway here is, don't settle for selling the exact same stuff the exact same way that everybody else does. Perhaps one differentiator that you can have is going to a store and offering the products, something that nobody else is doing. Now let's be a little bit more practical and less theoretical here. We have spoken with several of our subscribers along the 4 years that STLFLIX exists, and I've seen some cool differentiators that I think the average maker is able to reproduce. One cool story, I visited a subscriber from Chicago that his kid, he was very destructive with their toys. So he got obsessed over making extremely sturdy and durable flexis. And over time, he was able to find his audience with people that had the same characteristics with their kids. And now his products, he's able to sell at a higher price point because he understood how to make them more durable than the average print. Another possible differentiator is something that I did in the past. I used to design and develop my very own products. So if I was doing this, I was the only one with access to these products. And not only that, but I was also showing the creative process behind it, which made the entire offer way more valuable. And last but not least, you can develop your sales skills. Believe me when I say this, being able to sell well and in a lot of different places can be a very good differentiator as well. because the majority of the makers that I see out there, they don't have the willingness to go out there to different sets of stores and try to offer their own products. And then over time, they're able to build a portfolio of clients that they can sell recurring every single month, sustaining the business. Your ability to sell is gonna make you sell a product even if you have other people selling the exact same product as well. And with all of that being said, if you're interested in becoming a 3D printing entrepreneur, be it for a side hustle or maybe your main source of income, I'm gonna ask you one more time to join our live stream where we are going to be debating these themes and showing a lot of our own subscribers, members of our own community, that were able to succeed, and I'm pretty sure that you can do it too. And now to wrap this video, I hope two things. First of all, Brazil wins the World Cup and we get the 6th star. And the second thing, which is more important, please like this video, subscribe to our channel to get more contents like this, and I hope to see you on our live stream. See ya.